Hello, this is Andrew Davey, Nevada Forward, and we're here with Darren Daboda from the Moapa band of Paiutes. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, so to get started, just a few moments ago, you and some other community leaders spoke about what the Trump administration did yesterday to two national monuments in Utah. Now we're hearing that there may also be changes coming in the pipeline for Gold Butte National Monument here in Nevada. What do you think of that?
Well, I think, it was a shame what happened in Utah yesterday. There was, a concern that, we had a special council meeting yesterday, and some of our council members were watching it, some of the media release that was going on through the day. And it just that, as Native people and as leaders of our community, we felt that no trust responsibility happened from the government agency, from the tribes that were impacted by Bears Ears and Staircase Escalante.
Now, we've been documenting this for a while, that as this monument review has been happening, Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke has made 2 visits to Nevada, yet the Moapa Band of Paiutes and other Native American tribes were basically excluded from his itinerary. Has anything changed since his last visit in July?
No, it hasn't. We thought we were moving in the right direction after we had a teleconference with them. That he said next time he'd come out here in Nevada, that he would meet with us as a tribe for consultation. And also he was supposed to meet with Las Vegas Paiute tribe. He counseled on us twice. And we did have a teleconference with them, but it did seem to us as council, and it didn't seem like we were going in the right direction, because he already had his mind set up after meeting with some of these other outside organizations.
And during that conference call, did he give you any indication that he wanted to make some changes to Gold Butte?
At that time, no. I think there was some heavy recommendation concerning the mesquite water rights in Gold Butte. He brought that to our attention, but at the time we didn't think anything was going to happen of Gold Butte being downsized.
Now, why is it that your tribe and other tribes in the region care so deeply about keeping Gold Butte in place as it is, and for that matter, keeping Basin and Range National Monument, the other Nevada monument on the Trump administration's list, keeping that wholly intact as well?
Well, as First Nations, this was all part of Indian land, and so for us, that is our ancestral land. When people tell you, "Oh, why don't you move away?" How can you move away when we've been here time immemorial? And then looking at some of these national designation monuments, these were sacred sites to us in all across the country. That tell our stories from the creation stories, have our songs, have our dances, that we still practice today. And some of the in our language, some of it has died away on the original Paiute words. But we try to keep much alive today as possible, because at one time there was an influx of a lot of depth in our community, especially our elders, because we were so close to Nevada testing range, and so we were downwind syndrome, and so we lost all that tribal ecological knowledge on some of these names, the original Paiute names of these areas, these mountain ranges, and some of the sites that we're finding today as a community, that some of are new and some are, are ancient sites that, we've heard stories about, but we're slowly finding them ourselves. And so to keep these designations as pristine as possible, that's what we were shooting for when we first heard national Basin and Range and Gold Butte were going to be designated national monuments, because we wanted to protect those sites as much as we could.
Now, when Gold Butte was designated in December of 2016, there was something remarkable in that designation, which was explicit language when it comes to ensuring that local tribes are included in the stewardship process. How has would you say that thus far, the federal government has kept its promise in giving your community a chance to care for this land, and getting back to the White House considering making changes to the very designation? How can they best live up to this promise that this is your ancestral land? We need to respect the First Nations and respect the role you've played in this land and the role the land has played in your lives.
Well, for us, I think it falls back to genetics, DNA. We believe in the holistic principles of living. We probably couldn't do it today. We need AC, we need heat, clothing, some of the amenities that to live and survive. But regarding our tradition and our culture, those are things that we covet, because those are things that are precious to us. Those things are priceless. Those things you cannot buy, because those are our identity as Native Americans. And moving forward, we are working with the local BLM agency to have a tribal liaisons. This is going to be the first in Southern Nevada, and so this has been in works for about 2.5 years. And I think by having this position available to our tribe, working with our local government, I think it's going to help them better understand our concerns, our plight of what's happening at Gold Butte. From OHVs to camping to hiking. To any kind of activity that's happening at Gold Butte, even at Basin Range, that it gives us an opportunity and more insight than we've ever had before.